Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come to you live from our company, or just live from the outskirts here. This is the Gaming Saloon for January 14, 2023, with your host, Speaker2448, and wrap it up, Salon.
Hi, we are not doing Armada. In case you got confused by the way the piece introed.
Yeah, no, that's tomorrow.
Aren't you glad that I didn't accidentally hit the wrong scene transition? Because that really would have been something.
So yeah, folks, it's a short week because not a whole lot. Also, maybe we'll be done by the time Arceus starts.
Part of me kind of hopes.
Yeah. So I guess before the news and stuff, Tom, have you been playing anything the last couple weeks?
About the only thing is I did do a Cage 2 rando on my own. Then the hit list thing.
How did it go?
I honestly feel like the hit list design is just set up for sub 2 hour stuff. Because I even kind of had a crappy seed to do it. And I was still sub 2'd it. I think it was like 143, I'm wanting to say. So like really sub 2'd it kind of deal.
Yeah.
Outside of that, not much because AGDQ.
Yeah. It's that, and sleep schedule's been completely inverted, so I've been doing not a whole lot.
I've not had that second one.
Yeah, unfortunately I have that second one, and I've been trying to fix it, and it's not worked.
I did while you were doing pre-show, and this is about the only other gaming related thing that I have got a rough route for Splatoon 3 New Game Plus.
Ooh.
They've actually got it set up a little bit differently. They've got it set up gold kettles and silver kettles, which I didn't notice a color personally, but I think I understand what they were going with on it. Basically, it's, from the looks of it, it looks like it's split to progression based as opposed to extra. Because, you know, technically you don't have to do all the kettles.
Right. I didn't even know there was two different colors of kettles.
I don't know if there technically is or not. Because I've not booted the game up to, you know, tech. But
Same.
Either way, they've got a list of it right there where you can follow. I routed the silver kettles for one simple reason. I refused to do a speedrun with Splatoon's version of Champions Road. After Alterna is part of the gold kettles in the Game Plus, and I'm like, yeah, no. You know. I get aggravated at that one casually. Granted, I'm also trying to go fast in it, which is a bad thing, but so I sat down and made up maps for potential route. I might change it. One of those, looking at just a top-down map does not help. I am gonna have to kind of be on the game, moving around to see. So it's very possible that route that I've made is complete and utter crap. I should be getting a capture card, kind of a L cheap one, just to kind of surpass.
Yeah.
But I should be getting one Monday, so if I get it early enough, I might try to do like a test one and see what happens. But yeah, that's about it as far as me.
Well, I told you how I soft locked Midnight Suns. I haven't gone back to fix that yet.
Well,
besides that, just kind of the little stuff that I play to pass time, which hasn't been a whole lot this past week because my internet keeps going down this past week. It's not done it yet, I say that, and it's going to do it at some point now.
You say that,
But
and it's gonna kick you out right now.
Yeah. But it's been doing that all week, and it's sucked. So yeah. But it's been like a little Fortnite here and there, a little Marvel Snap. Just the things I play to pass time.
Oh yeah, I
feel
forgot
like
we did
playing
D4.
something. Yeah. I can't believe that the Witcher stuff is still like a month out. I'm like, how? I figured the Witcher stuff would be available to get now, but it's not. Maybe it's because I only care about like the Doom stuff in the season pass, and that's like a quarter of the way into the pass, and that's like, well, I've got this and don't care about anything else, so
I mean, the alternate Doom suit's about the only thing that I would possibly try to go for. But outside of that, I'm right there with you. The Doom stuff's about it. 30 in the battle pass is good enough for me.
Yeah, it's like I have enough V-Bucks to get the next season pass. So it's like, well, I guess I'm done for the season until Geralt comes out, and I can get the Geralt stuff, and then not play the game till next season.
Unless we do it for co-op or rampant gaming.
Pretty much.
Which we might do it for co-op.
Yeah. I got in that Cammy and Ken Power Rangers figures the other day. Everyone hates those, and I don't hate them as much as everyone else. I think they're fine. I think if they had better helmets, I think they'd be perfectly serviceable. Just because, unless Ken is going to be a palette swap of Ryu, who already has a lot of red in his design, like, I don't know what you do with Ken, especially because I noticed that when I got to really look at the box art and stuff, there are Street Fighter V renders of the characters on the box art. And not Street Fighter VI renders. Which probably tells you how long these date back to.
Yeah.
If they were provided 5 renders and not 6 renders for the boxes. Because, Street Fighter 6 has been in production for a few years now. It's just weird that these are... It just is weird to me because 6 comes out this year, and these two specifically came out at the end of the last year. And they don't have 6 renders on the box, even though those are available, I would think.
Unless they're not.
I would have to think at that point, because it's like, why not tie this into Street Fighter 6 instead of Street Fighter 5? Because if you do 6, I feel like you can do a lot more with Ken. Because he's less of a visual palette swap from Ryu at this point. Even 5, he has some of it, but not as much. Cammy, I don't think you can solve, because I don't think any costume of Cammy's has a lot to work with to make a full Power Ranger suit of, so...
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta get creative.
Yeah, I feel... If we were going, like, way off the range on this, I feel like they could go somewhere, but... Considering this is a collab and stuff, it's like... it's hard to, I feel like, go too far off without losing what these original characters are. Especially because the Ryu and Chun-Li ones, they've got so much of their original designs in them. That feels like the basis of the idea is this should be kind of their original costumes, but turned into Power Ranger suits. So, like, Ken and Cammy are, well, Ken should be Ryu, and Cammy has nothing because she doesn't wear a whole lot to start with. I think the problem is Ken and Cammy are bad choices for this.
Also, I've got GDQ in the background. I always forget that even 100% Link to the Past is a glitchy mess.
Yeah, I've been noticing a lot of pixelating textures all over the place.
It's because you do it so far out of sequence.
Yeah, because I believe they've already rescued Zelda, I think.
Don't I don't think so. Technically,
Link talked to Zelda in her crystal thing earlier.
I mean, yeah. I do know they wrong warp to Aghanim.
Mm-hmm.
Also love
Yeah,
how trivial the flippers are, just saying.
It's probably a reason they have never came back.
I mean, there's a reason why the flippers were literally just got. There's wrong warps with water.
Yeah.
Water plus screen transition plus no flippers equals all kinds of breaks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is pretty much. Oh, I also got in the second volume of Heart Gold Soul Silver Pokemon Adventures, which means I now have, I guess you could say, the original first run of Adventures, because it's the one that has like a full through line connecting all of the protagonists and stuff. Not like a full story, but like everyone at some point shows up in another story or in another arc in this original run. They're not as subdivided as from my understanding, they're not as subdivided as like Black and White and Black 2 White 2, which I don't think has anyone from the past show up in it. X and Y, I'm not sure. As sure, because I know in the games, I believe Red, Blue, and Green show up in a battle tower thing, or at least no, Red and Blue show up in some sort of battle tower thing in X and Y. I think. It might be that, or I'm thinking of Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It's one of those two. No, it's Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, right. It was those. So that doesn't count. Because whenever they do the remakes, they just continue the story from wherever they left those characters off at. And it's more or less just the bonus content. So the Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire like chapters of Pokemon Adventures are Delta episode themed. And pick up like so long after like the original Ruby Sapphire Emerald run. But I have that, so like it's pretty much that whole original run, which is like 40 some odd volumes. It's a lot of reading that I want to catch up on so I can pick up with Black and White, because Black and White I haven't read all of at all. So it'd be nice to finally read new stuff and not stuff I already know what happens in for the most part. That is pretty much it. Shall we talk news then?
I guess we shall.
Alright then, Xbox and Bethesda have announced they are doing a developer direct on the 25th.
Yay? Question mark?
So, guaranteed to show up will be ESO, Forza Motorsports, Minecraft, and Redfall. We're going to get updates on all of those. Amongst, I would assume, a bunch of other content, other games and stuff. I would hope, you know, Bethesda's new game, I can't remember the name of, Starfield, shows up, considering it comes out this year.
Nah, it won't show up.
But yeah, are you excited?
Not really.
Fair. I had hope one day, because I woke up and I saw on Twitter, one of the people I follow on Twitter did the usual, like, give us your Nintendo Direct predictions. Like, just a general one. And I'm like, that usually doesn't happen unless a Direct gets announced. And then I kept scrolling through and no Direct was announced. And I'm like, I'm sad now.
I mean,
I was
we're not getting Tears of the Kingdom 2 information until it comes out.
Right.
Although, granted, we probably... I know why that came out. We probably will get some kind of direct, even if it's an indie direct kind of deal.
Right.
But it's probably going to be we announce it today and it's tomorrow concept.
Uh-huh.
I highly doubt it's going to be.
Every direct.
Yeah.
I was about to say, Engage comes out next Friday, and that's like the next big release for Nintendo. Speaking of that, I forgot. I got in the Sephiroth and Kazuya Mishima amiibo, so we're down to 3, and then I will have all of the Smash amiibo. Because Pyra and Mithra are confirmed. They have physical models and stuff. We just don't have a release date for it. I kind of hope they just bring us the 2-pack stateside, because I know the 2-pack's confirmed for Japan, but they haven't confirmed the 2-pack for stateside, and I'm just like, just give us the 2-pack so we can just get both of them and be done. And then it's waiting on Sora.
So it'll never be completed.
So fucking help me. Just one Sora, please. I'm begging you. Just give us Sora and it'll be fine.
Nope.
No, they'll give us Sora, but it'll be like a Disney Park exclusive thing, and I'm like, motherfucker, don't do that. But speaking of Marvel Snap from earlier, PvP is coming end of this month.
Yay!
So we will be able to battle each other.
I will be able to lose because I've not touched the game in a while.
I touch it every now and again. The new card they dropped for this season that you have to pick up is real dumb. I believe it's Kazu. It's a saber-toothed tiger friend. Where can I? Or Zabu, that's who it is. Zabu, ongoing. Your forecast cards cost 2 less. He's a 3/2.
Huh.
That's a bit dumb. Let's see. They're also doing a series drop. It's a semi-regular event. We'll see higher level cards, for example, series 3, 4, and 5, drop a tier each, increasing their chances of appearances ahead of any newly debuting characters. 1 series drop per month is what the team is aiming for. Stupid powerful cards like Thanos and Galactus will not reduce in rarity. And they're investigating rate at which tokens are earned in line with the price of in-store cards. They're hoping to rebalance that, essentially. I believe it's 1,000 tokens per card at the current moment. And you really don't get a lot of tokens. It took me forever to get 1,000 tokens to pick up... I think I picked up Ghost Rider with my 1,000. Because I want to say they're in the pool for collector's caches. So I don't know the rate at which you get honor tokens out of there compared to everything else. Yeah, any thoughts on the Marvel Snap?
Well, because like I said, I've not really touched it in a while, so kind of fell off the radar.
All right, Ubisoft has announced today that they canceled 3 games that they haven't announced at all. Also, that Skull and Bones game we keep trying to work on, we're delaying it again. Oops.
No pirate game for you.
Nope. Apparently, it would now be an early.
If you want a pirate game, go play Black Flag.
This started as a Black Flag spinoff for anyone that anyone remembers. This was a Black Flag spinoff.
And to be fair, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
They probably can't get themselves to break away from the whole Assassin's Creed mentality.
Yeah, that's how long this game's been in development, folks. Just to keep that in mind. But apparently Black Flag...
And I felt like Black Flag was kind of the odd duck. Feels like a lot of people were divisive on that one.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of liked it. Granted, I also didn't play the first few, so yeah.
Well, you're not missing much on the first one, because the first one is a bad one.
Which is why it's never been in any collection going forward.
Pretty much. It's why if there's any foundation of Assassin's Creed at this point, it's the Ezio trilogy. Because that's when they made Assassin's Creed good to play. But yeah, Skull and Bones is delayed to early 2023 to 2024. Nothing else about the games they didn't announce that they canceled. So Ubisoft isn't doing
was
well.
Pointless.
Yeah.
That should have been something in a shareholder meeting kind of deal. And that was about it.
Yeah. But we shall move on. And good news, Microsoft has recognized a union within ZeniMax of roughly 300 QA workers. Yay, union! Good for them. I assume you don't have any thoughts on that.
Nope.
Alright then, last up, apparently we're getting an Avatar free-to-play mobile RPG sometime this year called Avatar Generations.
There's one word in that that made me no longer care.
Would it be the free-to-play part?
Nope.
Would it be the mobile part?
Bingo.
Okay.
That was the point where I was like, never mind.
This looks very basic and very budget. Also seems like you get to play as a bunch of different characters. I can't wait for the main characters of the show to be hard to get a hold of, because it will have a gacha mechanic. No release date. Pre-registration is open.
This still... I know why. Got the Unity vibe to build in the Unity. And I was like, this don't really feel on point for a mobile. This feels more Switch-esque, but then it clicked. Unity's a cross-platform engine, so yeah, that's where it is.
But if you pre-register, you get an Avatar Aang and a 5-star hero ticket, as well as some other stuff. Okay, this exists.
Part of me wants it to do good. The other part of me is like, lost me at mobile.
Yeah.
Because mobile, it's gonna have all kinds of stupid
Gotcha
paywalls.
Yeah.
The free-to-play, not as bad. It's the mobile part, and that's really what's so screwed up.
I've grown tired of gacha games because they just don't feel fun. It's like I just spin the wheel until I get a character I want, hopefully, and then I get to play with them, except probably not.
Because you also probably got to spend real money to actually get to play with that character still.
Yeah, it's weird because, like, I've talked about before how I played Genshin Impact, and, like, Genshin Impact is fine as a game and stuff. The problem is all the gacha bullshit attached to it. It's just like, oh, I want to play these cool characters. How do I get them? Keep rolling the gacha, and hopefully you'll get them instead of 1,001 weapons that you don't need. It's so dumb that character and weapon gachas are the same gacha in that game.
Mm-hmm. And you hear everyone talking up about Genshin Impact all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, why?
Because it scratches that Breath of the Wild itch everyone's had since Breath of the Wild.
That's about it, though.
Exactly.
There's plenty of other games that do that now.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, Sega even threw their hat in the ring for that one. Come on.
Yep. But this is when, but this was just
to be
after
fair, Frontiers does kind of have my interest a little.
Yeah. But this was they came out just after Breath of the Wild came out, so that's why everyone's stuck with it.
Those people just need to buy a Switch and Breath of the Wild.
Yep. All right, releases, because that's all the news for the week, folks.
Yep.
We're gonna start on the 17th with Miss Cat Between Worlds for the Switch. Rolling down to the 19th, Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden are hitting multi-platform with Xbox One, Series X, PlayStation 4, and Switch releases. Crap. That was something I forgot to throw in the news.
What?
We had a Kamen Rider game announced.
Wait, what?
Yep.
And you didn't put that in the news?
Well, it's not that big of a deal.
Debatable, but okay.
It is a budget platformer. That's coming to Switch and Steam or PC.
Debatable.
And by budget platformer, I do mean budget platformer because it's like $32.
You have now put a link in that breaks with.
I'm trying to fix it. It won't let me fix it.
Because you gotta actually manually go in and do it.
Oh.
Gotta manually edit the link and give it a title.
Okay, it also doesn't help that it's just a Twitter link.
That's why you gotta do it.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah, this is SD Shin Kamen Rider. It's gonna come out on the 23rd of March. Like I said, it's Switch in Steam. It's, like I said, $32. Probably cheaper because of yen conversion rate. It's probably like $20. It looks fine for what is essentially a budget beat 'em up. It weirdly has a little bit of mobile look to it because of how the UI and all that looks.
There.
And also the fact that it looks like it has a couple different currencies and stuff in there, and I'm like, was this a mobile game?
Probably.
But you get to play as Ichigo and Nigo from the movie against other people from the movie. Apparently there's spoilers for this, for the movie. So
Apparently.
It's what I've seen said with this game from people who have translated tweets and all that about it. But bear in mind, nothing in the trailer and stuff is spoilers because that's all been announced and shown. So not Spider-Man here, or I guess not Shin Spider-Man here, has been announced. I think we've seen these Shocker Goons. We might not have. That might be the one thing that's in here that we have not seen is Shocker Goons. And also, this might show us the transformation a little bit, because we have not seen the transformation for Shin Ichigo and Shin Nigo. But yeah, it looks neat. I might check this out when it comes out. It depends on how easily accessible it is, because I know internet, like Steam, it kind of has a little region locking to it, so it's a little hard.
Yeah, but the Switch doesn't.
Right. That's the big thing. It's like,
That's one of those, yeah. I'm kind of liking the fact that Nintendo art.
yeah.
Mainly because that is much easier for me with Memory of Heroes.
Yeah. And I can't wait for this to not get get an English translation and everyone to complain about it. And I'm like, it won't be that hard. It's a fucking side-scrolling beat-em-up game. We don't need any English language for this. We really don't. What do? You go, you walk from left to right, and you punch everybody in the way.
Yeah, but we don't know the story.
The story is the movie that is probably going to get translated officially in some capacity.
But
it's just
that's not the game. And games and movies often have different plots.
Right.
Slightly, but different.
But yeah, that's coming out because I forgot about that. Anywho, I don't see anything else on the 19th. 20th! The main thing, Fire Emblem Engage for the Switch comes out. Yay! Okay, I don't know what it is, but I've seen a lot of people are down on Engage because it's essentially not Three Houses and doesn't have a really complex and, like, interesting story and all that. And I'm like, okay, and Fire Emblem can be more than just its story and stuff, and like, just because it's not got some like 4 routes and all of this with its story doesn't mean it won't be good. I don't know, that's just me.
I'm not big on Fire Emblem. I don't know.
There. I don't get it either. I just want to play the fun Fire Emblem game because I'm in the mood for a good tactics game. But also on the 20th, Monster Hunter Rise hits multi-platform, Xbox One, Series X, PlayStation 4, and 5. For those that have not played Rise yet, I want to say they've got crossplay. Pretty sure they've got crossplay for this.
Hopefully.
We also have Counter Bottle Shooter Pro Aim Master Target Bottle Shoot 3D Game Strike Pistol for Switch in Midnight Runner Blade Galaxy Beat Puzzle Legacy 3D Games Ultimate Edition for Switch.
You just wanted to decide the tape.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
On the 24th, Forspoken for PlayStation 5, which by the way is a Square Enix game that is coming out to no fanfare. On the 26th, Spec Warrior 5 Mercenaries Rise of Razanaruga for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4 and 5. Startup Company Console Edition for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, 5, and Switch. And on the 27th, Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin Distant Future DLC for Xbox One Series X, PlayStation 4, and 5. And that's it. There's more releases. You can check our notes and stuff for it. It's a light week, folks, because it's the start of the year, and we're waiting on anyone to give us anything of substance.
Pretty much.
So yeah, I guess anything else?
No?
Alright then, tomorrow we talk about Armada, and I haven't watched the episodes yet because I didn't wake up until like almost 5 o'clock today.
I haven't watched the episodes yet because I usually don't until the day of.
So I have to watch the episodes when we're done.
No, you have to watch Arceus and then watch the episode. If
Very
you don't
true.
want to watch SMB3.
I probably will watch SMB3. To be fair, I won't go to sleep until like 4 o'clock in the morning at this rate. So
Fair.
it's not like I don't have time.
Been fair.
But yeah, we're gonna talk 4 more episodes of Armada tomorrow. Thursday, we continue Freedom Planet 2. That Freedom Planet 2 run was very good. I will also point out, as someone who's played both Freedom Planets, all of the characters play very differently. They are not lying when they say that. Like, you know how in like the regular 2D Sonic games, like Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, all of them, they play fairly similarly. You know, there's nothing too drastically different with them.
Yes and no.
Well, it's even more. It's like
I will disagree with the part of they all play the same, but agree with there's not too much difference either.
right. They all have a difference between them, but it's not much more than that. Because like Tails can do his glide, Knuckles can glide but also stick to walls. Sonic just is Sonic. Shadow is just Shadow.
Shadow is just Sonic but dark.
Yes.
And edgy.
Yep, he's edgy Sonic. For Freedom Planet, it's more like if you took the characters as they were in like the Sonic Adventure games, where they can play completely differently, like very much so, and then stuck them in a 2D fronter. So like, Lilac, she has a spin dash that is not that like she can charge up and is directional, and she can do it in midair. She has a twirl that gives her extra length on any of her jumps and also allows her to jump higher, and is a double jump. Carol, of course, has her bike and can climb walls. I forgot what Mila's gimmick is. I know it's with she can make like platforms and stuff, I think. But yeah, they do a lot with the Freedom Planet 2 characters to make them all different. So yeah, we're doing that more Thursday. Friday will be a thing.
Probably Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost tempted to possibly abandon the Odyssey thing because we were having some issues.
Yeah.
And I think I figured out what the issues were, so that might be we come back to that at some point and start from the beginning. Because there is a way to keep a log of moons collected. And I think had I been doing that from the beginning, it probably would have worked fine. Because then our desync stuff could have just caught up.
Yeah.
But because I wasn't, now we're in this weird, well, the game thinks that you've done some things, it thinks I've done other things, and it's not communicating.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Fortnite will probably be Friday. And Saturday might be us trying the Prime Multi-World again.
Maybe this time we'll get to complete a seed.
Maybe. Possibly not, but maybe.
Yeah, that's the week ahead, folks. So if you like what you're seeing, drop a follow. Really appreciate chipping away that affiliate goal at TZone on Twitter. Get you updates on life. Exclamation point Discord chat. This or link. Drop by. Say hi. See you tomorrow, folks.